Hello everyone, what's going on? It's Blaze. Welcome to another Minecraft video. And it's been a while, right guys? Well, I just got out of a sickness and I've also had to be doing a lot of studying because I have final exams right now. And also another change. If you guys look here, I'm recording in 60 FPS right now, so let me know if you like how that looks. I think I'm going to do that for my videos from now on because now, actually for a while now, YouTube has had that option, so that's pretty great. But let's get into this tutorial. Really, I'm going to mention a few things to start off with. First, this is the original design that I showed you guys in the showcase. You can see it's pretty big and clunky. It is very, very compact. As you guys can see, there's like redstone on top of redstone just like packed in here. But it is still a big design. So I've gotten another version over here that's still a work in progress, but you guys can see there's still a lot less redstone. You can see over there, there is crap load, and here it's basically like the chunk, the middle of it is just cut out basically. Now I'm going to try to do some more enhancements on this to make it a little bit less like here there's this clock. I could probably make that a lot smaller. I could probably do some things to make this a little bit less, less big, because now I have all this room to work with. I could probably like squeeze the redstone in the places that the old redstone was. So that's pretty cool. I still got the same old things. You can see there are no more lights or anything, but you still have this, which I believe that fires the potions, and then this starts the farm. And another cool thing is you could put as many skulls in here as you want. So basically you could put a stack, and it'll only work if you click this button. So there is no more automatic mode in this, just to save the convenience for some people, because that's basically what the bulk of the redstone was in this design. That's what the whole automatic purpose of this was, all this redstone here. So that's what I had to get rid of. So I'll have this tutorial out in maybe another week. I still have 5 days left of school because I have to do exams. So yep, that's really it guys. I'm gonna get into the tutorial now, and I'll see you guys next week after I'm done with this tutorial for the tutorial of this design. So yep. Alright, so here is the first part. As you guys can see, I made a little bounding box out of glass, and here is the structure for the bedrock ceiling. Now I'm going to have a link in the description for Panda's video where he did this, and also I'm going to have a link, not a link, sorry, I'm going to have coordinates for where you can find these structures in your spawn, because in the Nether, every single Nether world has the same exact like bedrock structure in every world. So if you go certain coordinates in every world, it won't matter. You'll always have the same structure. So you can go here in your own world. So let's start. Basically, you just want to let me get some glass here so I can work with this. You're gonna want to count down from where the head is gonna be. So 1, 2, 3, and this isn't gonna be the exact same formation. This is just a cleaner little design, but don't worry, you could still place redstone on bedrock. And also on note that you'd want to clear out all the excess things from here, so that will require a lot of digging. So you're just gonna have to get rid of all the netherrack, and also try to get as much of the bedrock as possible out of here. You won't have to get rid of all of it. I just recommend getting rid of just make a hole around this. Be sure not to mess up this structure here, because that might cause the wither to kind of explode your whole build here. So be careful with that, but please do try to get rid of as much stuff as possible. So 1, 2, 3, you're going to count down 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So count down 10 from where the wither skull head will be, or sorry, the wither boss. His head will actually be in this block right here, but just count down from the highest air block in the structure, and then that's where you're gonna start. So this design is about 16 high, I think, maybe 14. I'm not sure. I think it's 14, but yeah. So you're gonna want to count down, and then you're gonna want to just make this. You could pause the video if you want, but just make this. You're gonna want to have a redstone torch here, and then a piston, a sticky piston facing up. So I'll just stand still here so you guys can pause your video, and once you're done doing that, we'll go on to the next portion of the video. Okay, so I've now added the second layer, And as you can see here, I've got the blocks as well as the other redstone components. So I'd start off here, place three redstone dust. Sorry for that. Then you're gonna want to have a repeater coming out of there, no delay, on this block formation. I'm not sure why that's powered. It's probably powered because that's how it was in the other version, because I took this right out of MC Edit. So don't worry about this being powered. It will not when you're looking at this. So just really ignore the power of that. And then you're gonna want to have another repeater going into here with no delay. And then once this is powered, this repeater should be locked. That's going into this this andesite block right here. Now you don't have to be using andesite, any solid block you wish, guys. And also you'll see from time to time I use half slabs. So use any half slab you want, but it has to be a half slab, and it has to be an upside down one that you could put a redstone dust or whatever on, because sometimes you could bud power pistons or something like that, or you just have to put a slab. So, and then in this little hopper clock right here, you have to have a wither skeleton skull. No, just kidding, not wither skeleton skull. You can have a piece of glass, a piece of dirt, whatever you want, anything that's stackable up to 64. And same thing goes with all the other hopper clocks I'm gonna have in this design. Just put one item, or 20 or 40, however many it is, anything that stacks up to 64. And then you're gonna have a comparator clock. Not really a clock, just it kind of acts as a clock, but that's what the purpose is, because you need 4 pulses of the piston that is going to be pushed to, so that you can push out the 4 soul sand you need for the wither boss. So you need a comparator, not on subtract mode, just normal, then a repeater, no ticks, and then out of the side of that block you're going to have to put a what's it called, a redstone torch, and then another redstone torch with a comparator coming out of there. Now as you guys can see, there's a block there, so that does work. You could have a block in front of that container, and then that comparator coming out, and then all these pistons right here are going to be on full delay. So that should be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 repeaters right there, and then another set of repeaters, which is 6 right there on full delay. It goes into this block here, and let's see, is there anything? No, there's nothing below here, but that will power some redstone on top of here in the next layer. And then over here we have the piston pusher that will push the wither up, and you're gonna have to have a clock here. Up here will be the rest of the clock, but you want to have a redstone dust here, and then a comparator, more redstone dust, and then a line of fully delayed repeaters, and that is 5 repeaters like that. So I'm going to have times in the description. I haven't said this before, yeah, I'm trying to think, but I'm gonna have times in the description for each layer. So if you just want to pause at each of those layers, feel free. So I'm just going to sit there for a few seconds for you guys to pause. If you don't want to hear me talking about what each component does, then you could just go through those times. That's fine with me. I think that would be a lot easier. And then here there is a sticky piston with a block, and then you're going to put a repeater there on no ticks, or 1 tick shall I say, and then a repeater on 2 ticks right here. So just hit that bad boy once, or should I say that's on 3 ticks. What am I thinking, guys? I haven't even touched this game in like a month, so it's kind of hard for me to get back. So let's actually turn the weather off. Weather clear. Sorry about that. Alright, so that's really it. There's also a comparator clock right here that will power this item hopper to give you the right enough pulses. So yep, that's it. I'm moving on to the next layer here, so remember to pause if you are not ready. Alright guys, so 3rd layer here. One thing I noticed is, as you guys can see here, this piston's kind of messed up. This is actually supposed to be a sticky piston, and it got pushed up, and this block is supposed to be the 4th layer, which MC Edit didn't pick up, so sorry about that there. So yeah, there's a sticky piston. But anyway, I was going to talk about my voice and how you guys like the audio settings. Now that I'm changing to 60 FPS, I think I might need some better audio now to go along with the better video. So I was thinking to get a blue Yeti. Right now I have a blue Snowball, which is really the low end mic for blue, and I've had it for a while, about 2 years, 3 years now, and it's working well for me. I just think that it doesn't really work well for my voice, because I've been realizing that different people have different mics, not because they like them, but because they work well for their own voice. And I have a pretty nasally voice, so if they sell a certain mic that works for people that have nasally voices, then I will buy it in a heartbeat. So maybe for my birthday I'll ask for a mic. Might be a blue Yeti. I might have to test it out, but this mic isn't really working that well anymore. And I also need a stand, because right now it's right in front of my keyboard and it's really annoying. So yeah, I need a new mic. The situation right now is kind of bad. Anyway, let's go back to the tutorial. I'm sorry about that, guys. Let me just start here with the clock. You're gonna want to have, what is this, 8 hoppers go into a dropper that's facing up, and then this is gonna start the clock with a comparator into a block, and it's just basically a square clock here. All the repeaters are on no delay, and then out of this block here, you're gonna want to have the redstone torch coming out of the side. And then over here, this is the clock that you'll need for the timing for the, where is it, right here, here it is, for the piston pusher that'll push the wither up. So this timer right here gives you the perfect amount of time for the wither to work out. So you'll need 21 objects in that hopper right there, and then just a normal, clock design right there for a hopper clock. And then here is the rest of the clock I was talking about. On the second layer, it kind of has to go like that just for compactness, I guess, if that's a word. And yeah, I'm just gonna kind of hover around here so you guys can see. I know it may seem like I'm dragging it out, but I want to go slowly because there are some random blocks in some places. There's a 2-tick repeater right there, and then another 2-tick, and then 4 ticks. And then this redstone torch should come out of this block here with a repeater on 2 ticks. So just want to show you guys that. Alright, I'll stand back. Maybe you guys can pause the screen right there. Alright, so I'm just going to do one last run through to see if I missed anything. Let me know how you like this style of tutorial. I know it is a lot more difficult for me to do the tutorial myself, so I want to see how it is for you, the watcher. I always have problems when I'm trying to follow a tutorial on YouTube. I get so frustrated. Like when I was doing the potion brewer for this design, I was so frustrated because people are going so fast. So most of the videos I watched, no one was talking in them, so hopefully me talking over it will help somewhat if it's not annoying or distracting. But yeah, so one last run through, and yeah, onto the 4th layer. Okay, onto the 4th layer here. I've been editing this on my way here as I go, and I'm realizing that this is going to be a really long video, probably like 5 minutes per layer, and this is like 14 layers, as I said. So I'm going to try to cut it short here, really just go through everything really quickly and how things work, and yeah, we can move on. So this here is going to be the nether skull chest, or wither skull, sorry. I can't remember, I don't know what it is about like wither skeletons and wither bosses, but I can't remember, like I can't distinguish the names. But you're gonna put this chest right on top of this first hopper here, and that's where you're gonna enter all your your wither skeleton skulls. And then here is where you're gonna get your wither nether stars. There we go, nether stars, not wither stars. Okay, so here you're gonna have a hopper chain all leading into there, and then you're gonna have 3 here. It's gonna make an L, so 3, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, like that. And then you're gonna add another dropper facing top. You're not gonna add anything to the clock down here. This is just a 1 clock 1 deal design. And then you're gonna add a block up here with a torch right there, and this hopper, or not hopper, sorry, this torch tower will power everything else, which is pretty nice. Then you're gonna add some more blocks on top of this. You're gonna add a redstone dust right there. Then you're gonna have 2 blocks right there with another block diagonal to it. Then a block right there. It should be on top of that comparator right there, like that. Oops, don't subtract that. And then a redstone torch right there with a repeater on one tick and a redstone dust, and yet again another redstone torch. And this is going to be the first base of the piston pusher. Oops, we got weather going. How wonderful. I keep freaking having to do this. It really sucks when you're in a flat world. So yeah, there's this. Wait, is that weather? No, I'm just getting too low, I think. Yeah, never mind. And then here you're gonna do your first part of the soul sand. I would recommend that you preload this, otherwise this machine might clog up. I'm getting some really bad screen tearing right now. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's kind of weird. I don't think my monitor is rated for 60 FPS. Anyway, you're gonna have your soul sand with more regular pistons like that, and then you're gonna have a furnace just in case the design goes too fast. And then here you're gonna have glass like that, and then here, very important, you're gonna have obsidian like that to make sure that nothing else happens. I put obsidian. You could put you could have a obsidian-less design if you want. You could just put furnaces here or something like that, but I'm just gonna put obsidian for the looks of it. So yep, this is gonna be the little wither killing chamber. Alright, so moving on to the 5th layer. Alright, on to the next layer. Here is going to be the rest of the soul sand pushing device, and also you're going to start working on your maintenance area. So basically the lights and the buttons and stuff and levers, and also the piston pusher. So let's just start here. This is the mechanism. Oh, I hate being so low like that where the fog comes. It's really annoying. Anyway, you're going to have your 3 pistons above that one, and that will finish the formation of the wither. And then behind that you'll have 3 normal blocks, and then you should have sorry, had a swallow there. I haven't taken a drink in a while. I'm drinking some Gatorade alongside me because I've been speaking for the past 20 minutes. Oops, sorry about that. That's my phone. Man, just a colossal mess of failures basically. I got to get back in the groove of making videos. So yep, here you gotta have some redstone torches. That's the word I was looking for. Again, these won't be lit because MC edit, so sorry about that. You gotta add some redstone on top of that. And then here is the block, like the detection device. If you place the block here, this torch will power this, which will depower this and then start the clock and blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. So yep, just copy this area here. Be sure to pay attention. There's repeaters facing this way on full delay. Gotta add the rest of your soul sand and the obsidian or furnace or whatever you want. And then here you're gonna have some redstone, yet another dropper facing up. And then coming out of here you're gonna have a block with 2 redstone torches to power the droppers. And then you're gonna have repeaters on 0 delay, or 1 delay should I say, just like this. And this will power the dispensers that will be on top of there. Also, you're gonna start adding your not your tower, but your basically hopper line for the Wither Star collection. Nether Star. Sorry guys, I keep mispronouncing that. And then on top of the sticky piston that should be extended, you will put a fence gate. It's the only fence gate you need for this design. Now you gotta start doing your work for the piston wiring here. So you have to have a repeater on 2 ticks delay. Do this kind of jazz here with the torches. So copy that. Also got to add a few blocks here and there. Yet another furnace and piston like that for the pushers. And then also you got to start adding this redstone in here with a slab right there and wiring on top of that slab. And then a repeater into this block that detects when the soul sand gets shifted, should I say. That will push the block along once it gets gets shifted. Can't talk. I gotta take another drink. And then here is the detection for your lights. I believe, what's this one for? This one I'm not sure what it's for, but you're gonna have towers going up side by side like this in a diagonal pattern. And then also you want to have 2 levers and then torches coming out of them like this. So yep, that's pretty much. I'm gonna just do another flyby. Same thing for every layer. It's getting nighttime, I gotta change that. Actually looks pretty cool with the glow of the redstone. I'm gonna take a quick drink here, so pause your videos, guys, and I'll be back for the next layer. Okay, so now we're actually making some progress here. You can see the lights are in, and then you could really put whatever you want on these signs, but that's really all you can put. Here, this one should be lit because this block, it shouldn't be lit yet, but it will be lit because the potions, once you have them all filled up, that should work. And of course, I recommend once you put the potion factory in, make sure that's fully loaded before you start using the farm. I know you guys will be anxious, but anyway, start filling in your glass here and your blocks, put in your dispensers, and also there's a comparator that has to come out of this dispenser to detect when there's a skull in there, and then also another hopper right here, and then hoppers to fill in your dispenser. So we're getting close to finishing this right here, this item elevator. So another dropper, and then a block right here with yet another redstone torch. I don't know why I always hesitate to remember what those are called. I always want to call them torches, but they're redstone torches. So yeah, so there's some blocks here, yet another clock here, not really a clock, just a pulse lengthener, so no ticks or no delay there, or no subtraction. Alright, some more blocks. On top of these half slabs, you have to have this redstone here. Make sure you don't get any bug powered, because if you were to have a normal block, you might have some instances of some glitching right there. Alright, I'm getting so much saliva in my mouth, I'm trying to keep it clear, so if I smack my lips a little bit, I'm sorry about that. Alright, another block here with a bunch of slabs. We have a lot of tricky wiring in here right now because we have to get signals across the whole farm without interfering with anything else. So that's a pretty amazing thing about this, is getting all the wiring across the farm without interfering with each other. So yep, there's that, and that's really it. This is a pretty simple layer, guys. Again, I'll pause right here so you guys can see. Alright, pretty simple layer. And moving on to the next one. This is layer 6, guys. Okay, so we're halfway done here. Oh, actually a little over halfway done. I believe there's 14 layers, as I said. So yeah, pretty cool, guys. Gotta have this piston facing down as before with this pulse lengthener, just like that. A block right there with a repeater on no delay right there. Then this is pretty simple, just a quick line of redstone, and then you want to have a block to finish that torch tower up with a torch out of there. And then here, you're starting to encase this area here. You got to add in your this is going to be actually pretty hard, but you want to add in all your can't think of them right now, all your hoppers with minecarts, or minecarts with hoppers, whatever you want to call them. I just recommend doing this by placing down tracks on all your blocks in there, on the 3x3 square, and then just place them like that. And then from there you could figure out how you want to move them about. It is going to be kind of a hard task, so pause the video now and do that while you can. Alright, I was thinking about like replacing every block and figure out how I can find out how many of each block I need, so you guys can be prepared for this. But I'd say just get a crap load of whatever solid block you're gonna get a few stacks, get about a stack of glass, get like 20 sticky pistons, 20 normal pistons, like 5 or 6 stacks of redstone, half a stack of repeaters, maybe even more, actually way more. I'd say a stack of repeaters, I'd say a stack of hoppers, half a stack of comparators, a bunch of redstone blocks, and some minecart rails and minecarts, minecart with chest, and you'd be pretty good. Some lamps, some signs, a few, like 5 levers, like 3 or 4 buttons, get like 40 chests, 50 chests, and then that's really it. Get some soul sand and you should be set with this. It is going to require a lot of items, but yeah. Alright, moving on, you're going to need to have your clock in here with your dispenser facing in, and then also hoppers facing into the dispenser. And then this is going to have to be on subtract mode for that comparator clock. 1 or 2 ticks delay for that repeater. Another pulse lengthener. Lots of pulse lengtheners on this design. I don't know why the heck I'm getting a lisp. I think I'm actually starting to talk over my saliva, which is pretty nasty. I shouldn't have shared that with you guys, but it's really hard when you're talking a lot. Alright, and now here is the interesting part. I had to work a lot for a few hours to get this thing to work, so you could have the right amount of skulls in each dispenser every time, which is pretty ingenious if I do say so myself. You want to have a hopper line right here, and then have it face down so that they can go into the chest with minecart. Two comparators, 2 blocks, and then one. I don't know why the heck I keep forgetting how to say that. Sorry guys. 1 redstone torch, 1 block, another piece of redstone. That should not be lit right now. Sorry about that. Just because of world edit, and then another repeater there, and then redstone on that slab. That should be the rest of the layer, guys. Again, I'll just stop for you guys to pause your video. Only a few layers left. Was this layer 8? Alright guys, good luck with the build. How you guys doing? You should take a break probably. We're probably about 30 minutes into the video by now, so if I were you, I would definitely stop building. You've done a great job, so we only got a little bit left. Alright, see you guys in the next clip. Okay, thankfully yet another easy layer. We've got a comparator on top of this block right here that I was talking about before by this pulse lengthener, then a block, and then we're going to start a popper clock right here with 12 items in there. Remember, they have to be stackable up to 64, so don't go putting ender pearls or something like that in there. Then you're going to have two redstone right there, a block, and then a redstone torch. And remember, this is a hopper clock, so we gotta have 2 comparators coming out of there with a block and a redstone torch that should be lit once you put items in there. And then again, we're just gonna keep boxing in this area. You could really do whatever you want with this area, if you want to keep it like this or what. If you want to like have a ladder go up so you can watch the wither get killed. But I'm just gonna box it in. And then we're gonna have some more blocks up there to place redstone later. Another block with a redstone torch coming out of it with a repeater on 1 tick delay. That will end that torch tower right there. And then just a line with some redstone dust going out there. Some more blocks right here, continuing the torch tower that's right here with a redstone torch. Some more redstone. And then you're going to have to put some slabs in a certain array like that, so pause your screen. Alright, now you're going to put some more glass in here to fill this up. If you want to put glass around here, you don't have to. You're probably not going to be looking at this, so this glass around this way is probably going to be useless. But you might want to have glass right here and right here, so you can still view it. And then we're going to start the potion brewer over here, so it's going to be a little tricky. Gonna have a piece of redstone right there, and it's the only other redstone you have to have for this part of the layer. So some more blocks like this, and then a double chest like that with a hopper going into that. And that is really it for this layer, guys. Alright, so I'm gonna pause the video. Be sure to take your time, don't stress yourself out about this. I know this is a long video, but it is a big build, so take your time, guys. Alright, see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so we're getting into the final parts of the redstone here. So we're going to finish off this clock tower, or should I say torch tower, not clock tower, with a block there, and then you're going to put pistons on full why do I keep saying pistons? Or why do I keep messing up words? Sorry about that. You're going to put 3 repeaters on full delay like that, and then 2 repeaters like that not on full delay, and then another one with a repeater facing into that. None of these are on delay right now, with a redstone block right there. Now you're gonna also put a little bit of redstone on like that, like an L shape, then another repeater that's not on a delay with a block right there, so that you can get across this repeater here, and then you're gonna have like a little 4 wide area that you're gonna put a torch there on top of this torch tower, and then you're gonna fill in the rest of that with redstone, and then you're gonna make an L here. It's basically a 4 by 5 L with any block you want like that, and then you're gonna finish off the rest of the clock right here. So a redstone block, this is a sticky piston, and then a redstone dust, another sticky piston, redstone dust block, and then this is going to be another redstone repeater with no delay, and then a block, and then that will power this down here. So pretty cool. You're going to put some more glass in if you feel like it, and then just basically case off the rest of the viewing area right here. Again, like I said, you don't need to do that. And then also you're going to have a block right here with a torch right there. Now again, don't worry about it, that will not be powered when you place it in. Just MC Edit being retarded right there. It's actually doing its job, it's not being retarded, so don't worry about that right there. This is for, I believe, the potion, either the potion or the wither skull inventory, I'm not sure. So there's that, and you gotta have another double chest right here, and this is going to be for the potion, and then also you're going to have another hopper facing into this double chest, and then the rest of this is just going to be 2 redstone right here, and then again casing in. You don't need this this glass right here. I just thought it looked pretty cool. So yep, that's pretty much it. We have just a little bit left. We have 2 more layers of like actual redstone work, and then we're just gonna kind of case it off, do a little bit more redstone, and then finish off the potion brewer. So yep, almost done, guys. Pretty exciting. Alright guys, another layer here, and now we're starting to do kind of the signaling process where there are these connections here. So like, I believe this torch tower right here does a few things. Like this one right here, I believe, is the manual potion dispenser, and that will lock or unlock or just turn on and turn off the clock right here. And then I'm not sure if that's the right one. And then there's a potion inventory. That's a little bit higher. But as you guys can see, we've got another hopper and another chest here. So do that like that. And also we got 2 blocks diagonal to the chest like this. Another block, so basically you're skipping blocks like this, and then make an L with a 3 by 5 like this. No blocks there. And then here you're gonna have to make another hopper clock, so do that. You're gonna want to have 40 items in here, and then you're gonna want to have your pistons like this, both sticky pistons, a sticky piston facing up like this, and yep, that's correct, and a sticky piston facing down. So yeah, and then 2 diagonal blocks right there, comparators on each side, and then just finish off your hopper clock like that. Pretty simple. Alright, a few more blocks to finish this off around here, and 1 more layer up. We will just basically, most of the next layer will just be kind of filling in the roof and stuff like that, and then we're gonna start on the potion brewery. So yep, that's really it for this layer. You guys pause here. Pretty simple layer, not too hard to follow. Alright, see you on the next one. So we're starting to do a little bit more of the actual potion here, potion factory, and here is the top chest. I believe this is the top chest, and this is the comparator that will send the signal out, and these blocks here, this little formation, is what you're going to use to extend the redstone signal. And then this right here, I believe it'll kind of curve from this comparator, it'll curve up and around, and on the next layer you'll put in the rest of the redstone, and this basically turns on and off the system automatically. This should be going back and forth. You should have 22 or 52 items in this hopper clock right here. Put a comparator and then just do this array like that, and these should be facing into each other, and then this one should be facing into this chest here. This is the, oh crap, that was on accident, sorry. That should be like that. Sorry about that. Alright, let's moving on. You're gonna add a repeater on 2 ticks, and another repeater coming out of that block at 1 tick. Move the redstone around so that you can activate this piston here. This will push down the redstone to activate the clock for the potions, so pretty simple there. And then just add another piece of redstone dust and some more blocks to finish off the clock right here. And then you're also gonna I believe this is gonna be the last or second to last piece of the torch tower going down here, so just do that. And then that's really it for this design. Just cap this layer off here and you should be good, guys. So yep, on to the next one. Okay, so almost all the redstone is done now except for this potion system, which is pretty cool. And now all you gotta do is basically add 2 droppers on top of each other. This one is going to be for other tier potions. I think that's the 3rd tier right there. But basically you just want to put those 2. This just completes this design, so you don't really need it, but just place that there just in case. This one will hold your nether wart, so put the nether wart in, and then you also want to put in your redstone torch right there, a slab, upside down slab, and then also your brewing stand. Don't worry about the contents of that. Now also you're going to put in the hopper for the water bottles. That's where your water bottle storage will be, and then also a block with a redstone torch like that. So yep, pretty simple, guys. Almost done here. I'm not sure. I think what you gotta do is take these out and just put them there. Oh, it's still fluctuating. I think that when this is powered, or maybe if we update it, let's try this. Maybe there's something wrong. Okay, so it should all fill out into this, and it should stop fluctuating back and forth. That was just an MC edit thing, so don't worry about that. As soon as you put the torch in survival mode, it'll stop messing up, and all of it will fill into here, and it should be all fine. So let's just wait a second. There we go. Alright, we're good. Now just add a few more blocks here. You want to add some more redstone along the curve like this. Put in blocks up here so the redstone doesn't interfere here, and then same with this block right here. And then you're going to want to put another block here, some redstone, another block, redstone, block, and then right here you'll put a redstone torch, and then another block right there. And that's really it for this layer, guys. Super simple. Also want to mention this block right here with another torch. So that will be the end of the torch tower right there. Alright guys, almost done here. Now you want to just place some hoppers, that one directly down into the brewing stand, that one facing into the one you put on top of the brewing stand, and same with the one here into that one. So basically you're just making an L of hoppers, a hopper chain, and then you're going to want to put your first water bottle storage chest in on top of that hopper there that you placed into the brewing stand last layer, and then another hopper facing into there. Now you're gonna place a block right there, also a comparator coming out of this hopper, and then a redstone dust. Now that's really it for this portion. Now you're gonna want to place a block right here, block right there, redstone, another block, some more redstone, block, and this is a sticky piston. Actually, let me just replace that real quick. And then an L shape right there. Then you're going to want to place a weird Z type, so 1, 2, and then 5, and then another 2 of blocks, and then a piece of redstone right there. And that should be it for the rest of this layer, guys. I'll back up and let you guys see. Very, very simple again. Alright, that should be it. Alright guys, see ya on the second to last layer. Oh man, and right when I'm about to rain, so let me fix this real quick. There we go. Alright guys, last little bit of redstone here, and I'll go up there and try to finish it off so we don't have to do the other layer, because it's really just a few blocks. So here you want to have a dropper facing, I believe it's, yeah, dropper facing into this chest right here, just a normal chest, and you're going to want to fill that with your gunpowder, gunpowder, and then you're going to have a redstone dust right there, block, and then 2 droppers facing towards me, facing this way, and then you're gonna have your glowstone dust and your glistering melon in those. Now it doesn't matter what you put in. If you put gunpowder or glowstone dust in here, you just have to have the glistering melon in here. So you can interchange these two droppers if you like. And then you're gonna have a hyper hopper facing into this chest right here. So that's basically pretty simple. Then you're gonna have another double chest for water bottle, another hopper, and I believe you're gonna put another double chest up like that just to finish it off. And then you're gonna have a a double piston right there. Let me get another piston. Probably just should have kept it how it was. And then a block right like that, and I think that is it. Let me check really quick. Okay, yeah, I think that's it, guys. So there's a few other blocks I didn't show you guys. Let me just get rid of these. You're gonna have one block here, redstone dust, a repeater on 0 ticks or 1 tick. I keep saying 0 ticks, it's 1 tick. You just don't mess with it when you place it down. That's why I get confused with that. And then another redstone dust, repeater, and redstone dust, redstone torch, and then just redstone dust all along here, and then you should be dandy. So that's really it, guys. Done with this already. That was actually pretty quick. I thought this thing was going to take like an hour to make this tutorial, but it went by pretty fast after I started mumbling and rambling. So yep, that's really it, guys. If you have any problems along the way, if it doesn't work, let me know. It may be because the process is wrong of creating this, because you know there may be some redstone things that were not created in order for this thing to work. So if you have a problem, I'll troubleshoot and get back to you as soon as I can. I do have finals this week, as I was saying, but I'll try to get back to you next week, as is when I'm going to be working on the next tutorial. So yep, that's really it, guys. Again, if you have any questions or comments, let me know. And once again, this is Blaze. See you guys later. Good luck. Peace. Oops, one last thing I forgot, guys. You probably already noticed this, but you gotta add in the iron golem here for the wither to notice. So, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about that, guys. Oh, your farm would have been destroyed if you didn't put that in there. It's a very crucial part. So basically all you gotta do, I'm not gonna walk you through this, all you have to do is really just start in the center. I like to center things. If it's not convenient for you, you don't have to, but just from about right here, count out like 10 blocks, and then put your iron golem down, maybe even less than 10 blocks, like 8 maybe, but just put him right here just so he doesn't blow up when the wither explodes. That's why you have to put him far away, but definitely in sight of the wither, and this is just a nice area to put him in. So that's really it, guys. Just do that one thing and you'll be alright. So finally, guys, peace.